So hi Dorn, thank you so much for joining us here at Brides in France, and we're so excited to find out a bit more about Le Moulin de la Quentiniere, and that you're based in Pays de Loire, is that right?
Yes, we are. Hello.
Dorn, how long have you had the venue for?
Oh my goodness, we purchased it in 2007 and it was a bit of a wreck, so we did a lot of work renovating it, and we opened it out for rentals in 2013.
And has it been busy?
Oh my goodness. Initially, like you do, you open it out, you get your friends and your family to come out and road test it, and then you put things right, or you change things, or you add things. So it's been good. It has been good. I mean, obviously we get busier in certain times of the year. In the winter time it's not as busy, for instance, as sort of Easter through to spring, summer. So it's been really nice. It's been really nice.
So with the weddings then, how long have you been doing weddings?
Oh wow, we decided to start doing weddings probably about 2015. It was one of the people who knew the owners from before us asked if we'd host the wedding for his daughter, and we were like, oh. So that was really exciting. I mean, they did most of the planning themselves. We were just here all googly-eyed thinking how wonderful it was to have such a fantastic special occasion hosted here at Le Moulin. So it's been a few years on and off.
Had you already kind of, when you were renovating and stuff like that, did you kind of already think about, we might do this as a wedding venue, or were you just kind of going to be renting out for holidays, and then this just happened and then you decided, I've enjoyed this so much, let's just go down the wedding route?
Exactly as you said. I mean, when we first bought it, we were just thinking holiday home. And then when you have something this size, it's like, oh, I don't think we can just keep it to ourselves, and that would have been mean anyway. So yeah, it sort of evolved over time, to be honest with you. We started out renting it, and then, like you said, it was, having that first initial wedding, and it was so fantastic and lovely and wonderful. And we just thought, why don't we just carry on doing this, and being able to open it up to people who are going to enjoy it as much as they did. And it's just such a wonderful venue, and we thought, yeah, let's share it with everybody.
So do you keep it quite, do you kind of obviously want a couple of weekends for yourselves and stuff? How many weddings do you like to do a year? Do you reckon? Do you like to keep some of it?
Sorry?
So do you like to keep some of some time for yourselves, obviously, as it was the previous holiday home? And do you just take a few weddings a year, or do you try and have most weddings through the season booked up?
No, we try just to limit it to a few weddings a year. Like you said, we have people who come out and have holidays here as well, and we have regular bookings. So it's nice if we can change it up a little bit. And also, you need the rest, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
All that excitement.
And do you feel like, obviously you rent it out for holidays, so is that how it's more designed for brides to come out and actually book the venue and then kind of take on the wedding themselves? Because you can provide planners, is that right? You can sort of share with them what suppliers and things like that?
Yes, definitely. It's very much a case of whatever the bride and groom want to do. So we can either say, okay, you can have the venue if they want to be more hands-on and organize it themselves. Or it can be okay, I don't know what to do. And we can say, fine, come in. We've got wedding planners, we've got caterers, we've got hair and makeup artists. So we do have partners that can provide all the services they need. So it just depends how hands-on they want to be. But it's either a one-stop shop, or it's okay, over to you. So yeah.
It's nice that you can be so flexible for people. It's nice that they can have a bit of a choice, and they can design it to whatever their needs are. So yes. How many with the venue sleep? How many does the Moulin sleep?
Well, we can sleep 33 over the 3 properties. So I think that's, I think that's quite a good number. So if you want to come with your mum, your dad, and husband's mum and dad, and your best friend, and a few more friends, and it's quite nice that you can get everybody all in one place. We've got the leisure complex as well, so if you want to just base yourself here, we've got the pool, the jacuzzi, the gym, the games room. So to be honest with you, you can come through the gate, shut the gates, and have everything here. So
and that's a great games room for the kids as well. But they don't come out of there.
Oh my goodness sake, they don't come out of the pool, to be honest with you. So
it's indoor as well, which is really nice. So you can get away and just go and have a nice quiet swim as well. I like that about that. And you've kind of decorated it all up. It does look like you've got a proper little spa area going on.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you try and think what you would like for yourself, and hopefully that will tick the box for other people as well.
Exactly. And what how many guests can you have altogether? So obviously you've got 33 that you can sleep, but obviously they might want a bigger wedding. And how many guests can the venue cater for?
Well, in our main banqueting hall, or whatever, our salon, we can cater for 100 people. And obviously we've got the main garden as well. So we can erect a marquee if people wanted a bigger, say 150, 200, brilliant, whatever. So yeah, we've got the capacity to accommodate a bigger number of people in terms of the party celebrations and whatever. So yeah, hopefully.
And obviously with travel and things, people I know from when I was there, people are coming, they can drive, they can fly, it's quite easy access France for everybody. Are you quite far from the airport?
We're about an hour and a quarter
from
the two main airports. We've got an airport at Dinard and an airport in Rennes. So yeah, I mean, it's very easy. I go and pick up my husband from the airport sometimes. So if I can drive there, that's fine. But yeah, and we've got a local taxi company, so we've got the transport as well. And I mean, talking about services before, we do have somebody who can provide a wedding car or cars, depending on what you want to do. So we've tried to think of everything. So I don't know.
So what kind of additional services do you offer? Obviously you've got the wedding, but what kind of things do you put? Sorry, it's me doing it now.
No, that's fine. Well, depending on the ceremony that you're going to have, we do have a company of celebrants that we can, put you in touch with. Like I said, hair and makeup, catering, the florist. We have a wedding outfit supplier as well that we can deal with. We can put you in touch with. DJ and/or like we can organize a band, or if you wanted somebody who played a violin or a harpist. So we've tried to cover most bases and make sure that we've got a good catalogue of people. And to be honest with you, we tend to refer to Brides in France, their directory as well, because they have they have a fantastic catalogue of people that they've vetted. So we know that we're getting quality suppliers and partners that can cater for the people.
And can travel as well.
Yes, definitely. So, and like I said, because they've been vetted by Brides in France, that you're getting a quality service. So, that's part of the problem, isn't it, most of the time, trying to find somebody who is going to provide what you want and not try and do their own thing. It's great that we've got people like that we can refer to.
And with catering, there's do you have like kitchen? I know you've got a lovely big kitchen there, but is there kind of like an area where caterers can come in and actually set up and prepare the food, or do you tend to have like catering vans come in where they've got it all themselves?
To be honest, we've got a choice of both. We've got the catering vans, especially like for children as well. Like an ice cream van or something like that. That's absolutely wonderful. We know somebody who does that. But yes, they can either provide the food and bring it here, or they can provide everything here. So yeah, we've tried to cover most bases, I hope.
So with the area then, so tell me a little bit about the area. What can people do? Is there kind of local restaurants and stuff like that, or what kind of?
Yes, there's lots of restaurants. I mean, as you know, French food is absolutely wonderful. You can tell from my waistline.
No, it's my
but there's lots to do around here. We've got a local branch where people can go do kayaking and horse riding, go-kart, wind golf. If you're into paintballing, if that's your thing, you can do that. We've also got, local cinemas and restaurants. And I think around in the area, like most major towns, although it's rural, there is plenty to do. It just depends what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
always easy access to places, and even with cars, there's never any traffic on the road. That's what I always love about
Oh my
France. There's
goodness.
always,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
it's going to take you 10 minutes to get there. It will take you 10 minutes to get there, if not sooner.
Yeah. Oh,
You
the roads
don't
are
have
fantastic.
any traffic. Why do you think the Moulin is, you know, the ideal choice for a wedding, Niv, for you?
To be honest with you, I think the exclusivity, they've got the whole place to themselves. They don't have to worry about somebody, you know, like people wandering in, members of the public. They've got the whole house. We've got the venue where they can have their wedding breakfast. They can sleep all their guests. We've got the leisure complex, you know, for the kiddies or for themselves, you know, with the pool and the jacuzzi and whatever. And I think it's very much a case of they come here and they have everything that they need. It's a fantastic location. I mean, it's rural. It's quiet, so you can turn your music up when you're having your disco.
You don't need to go off exploring. You've kind of got
exactly. So I don't want to go anywhere else. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I am going to say this, but I think it's a lovely venue. It's so picturesque. It's peaceful. And we can provide everything here, so they don't have to be shopping around or going somewhere else for things. Yeah. Like I said, I am biased, but I love this area of France. It's so different. There's no hustle bustle. If you want that, yeah, okay, well, perhaps not the venue for you, but I just think it's a lovely place to be. It's calm, it's relaxing, and it just evokes that peacefulness and that calmness that you expect from this area in France. And I think it's just perfect.
And I think you'll find most couples come over for that with their wedding. They kind of get a nice 4-day break or a week's holiday with their wedding. And it's no rush, you know. As a normal wedding, you're trying to get around everyone in the day and stuff. You can kind of just have a nice relaxing, chilled time, get to chat and catch up with everybody before the day. So it's just really relaxing on the day. And barbecue the next day. Everyone's still talking about the day before.
Have you been here before, Emma?
Yes, have you? I've done quite a lot. I think I've done over 250 weddings in France myself. And they all have something different, and they've all got something different to offer. But you know, that is kind of the one thing I took away that everyone does have, is that, you know, it's not just a wedding day, it's a whole wedding week, or wedding 4 days, and they're very relaxed, very tranquil. So yeah. And
that's the word I was looking for, tranquil.
And the beautiful setting, isn't it? And you know, when you are like based in a busy country in the UK, or when you're always stuck in traffic, you know, you just get off. I used to just get off that plane in France and just go, ah.
Exactly, it's exactly that. Like you said, you just feel as if those shackles have just dropped off. And like you said, you know, brides can come here with their grooms and their families and just feel that they can take their time and they don't have to worry about anything, get around all their people, and just it's just totally relaxing. And what a fantastic start to a married life.
Exactly. And have you got a favorite room in the venue?
I have actually. It's called Le Soleil, and it's the top floor room. And it is, I mean, the way I've named them is that as you get higher, so you start off with the clouds and the sun, and then you've got the moon and the stars. It's just, I know that sounds really silly, but
no, I've been somewhere similar actually. I have, and it works.
Yeah. No, it's
brilliant.
That's my favourite room.
And is it quite child friendly?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not a case of, you know, leave little Johnny on his own and run off and have a Kia, but but yes, there's loads to do. We have a lot of mixed families that come here, so you know, the wedding party will come, and the kiddies, like I said, most of the time they're in the leisure complex, or they're down in the garden because we've got a barbecue area with a pétanque, or they're playing football, or there's lots to do. There's lots to do for the children, and we specifically aimed it for families because we had 2 young children when we first got the place, so there's no point just having it adult friendly. I think it's good for all round families as well. So
and definitely. Is there somewhere local that you can source some wines from the local area and things like that? Yes, you know that.
You're in France, of course. Yes, definitely. I mean, like I said, we've tried to think of everything, so the catering as well as the drink. We've also got the services of like a mobile bar.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so they can either set up outside, or you can just have somebody serving you inside. So like I said, we've tried to cover most bases.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot, like you say, on Brides in France as well. We just took on someone that does artisan pizzas as well today, and there's catering.
I saw that, yes.
Out. There's literally everything you need now, so
yeah,
they're really good. And obviously your site has everything ready for everyone coming, so I love that about the venue. And are you normally on site when there's a wedding yourself, or to do the she says, and all the maintenance, if there's any maintenance or needs or anything, you're there?
Oh, definitely. I have a team that work here anyway. So if I'm not here for whatever reason, I do have my little team. So I've got my couple of handymen, and I've got, one of my team members, she speaks French and English, so she can be here on site as well. So she just sort of hangs around and looks pretty. But yeah, I think it's really important that you've got somebody that you can say, oh, where's the nearest, or how do I do this? So yeah, definitely. I think that's really important.
So this year, obviously, specifically, has just been a little bit of a crazy one with the coronavirus and everything. Have you been able to put some new things in place to make people feel a little bit more at ease about coming and staying at the venue?
Yes, we have put measures in place. Obviously, we've increased our cleaning regime. Our cleaning protocols now are tip-top. Rather than just having, like a small member of the team, I get all the team members in, make sure everything's cleaned down. And we generally have like one group at a time in the leisure complex, that kind of thing. So definitely it's really important that people feel that they can come here and feel safe. And that's what we've tried to do. We've tried to allay any fears that people might have. Obviously, if there are specific requests, we can look at those and negotiate with people how they want to do things, kind of thing. But we've tried to do as much as we can. We've followed the protocols that we've been asked to do from the government and our local prefecture, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think we've tried to do as much as we can. And
it's really good.
I hope, and from the booking that was, sorry.
No, I just think, like you said, this is just the one thing now when people are looking to get married in France now, is that's going to be the big question hanging over, is where we're going safe, is everywhere, is where we're going following the protocols, and if you're doing all of that, then it's just a lot more reassuring. And obviously, how do you social distance at a wedding now? And have you had to lower your numbers at all, or what's the kind of latest update there?
We have. What they're saying now is they don't really want more than 10 people gathering at a time, so that does make it more limited inside. Obviously, with this fantastic weather we're having at the moment in the summer, it's then easier to move it outside. But it's changing all the time, and it's just basically being flexible as the rules change. Hopefully our brides, our couples, can change, make their plans, adapt their plans, but we just you sort of have to go with the flow, don't you?
Well, it's not something that anyone can really answer to to detail, because you just have to just keep up with what's going on with the government and what they're deciding and the numbers. But no, that's reassuring, so thank you for sharing that. That's really good. And is there anything that you want to add? Is there anything that you want the brides or the couples to know?
It's really difficult. I mean, I think I've said most, but I do want to reassure our couples that we're still here. We do have a really good cancellation policy. I know that's not necessarily what people want to hear, but I do feel it's important if people have put their, basically we are blessed when people decide to have their weddings with us. So what I don't want to do is turn around and say, oh, well, you've cancelled, well, tough, you can't have your money back. It's a really important decision. It's an important time in people's lives. And I want people to be reassured that if something happens that they can't, make their wedding dates, then we would be really happy to, change the times, change the dates, and offer a worry-free cancellation policy as well. So, yeah, I don't want to leave on that, but, I would be happy feel that they can discuss with us, feel free to be flexible and not have to worry about, oh my goodness, am I going to lose all my money? So that's not something that we want people to go away with.
So being a Moulin,
yes.
are you obviously on a river? Are you kind of near the river and on the lake? And
Yes, we are actually on a river. We're on the Oud, I think it's called. My pronunciation isn't brilliant. So we have a little stream running, a little river running underneath the house, underneath the Moulin, and just past the main garden as well. So you can actually sit in our main garden and see the river running by, which is quite nice. Nice pictures. Yes, definitely. It's, you know what, it's really comforting, isn't it, to listen to water.
The water.
So
what made you decide to move to France in the first place, and what kind of gave you the inspiration for your venue and to look for a renovation project? What kind of inspired you to do that originally as a family?
You know, it's a really long story, but we had always holidayed in France, in different areas in France, rural France. I mean, to be honest with you, it was only about 3 years ago that I went to the south of France. We'd always traveled to sort of northwest and loved it. And then this property came up and we took a punt. I mean, literally we drove out here, came over the Pont de Normandy, and we were like, wow. And because we were easily pleased. And we came here and we just, as we drove up to the building, we just thought, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And it's exactly the way it was when it was first built in 1833. I mean, it is amazing when you go through to the archives.
Does it have some history to it?
A little bit. We're still researching, to be honest with you, going through the archives in Laval. So, like I said, we drove up and we just thought, wow, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, and we bought it on the spot. It was, we didn't even do any research into the area or whatever. We literally signed. Yeah, it was, because we just thought, yes, it's fantastic. And then that was just myself and my husband, and then we brought the kiddies out about a week later to see it. Well, you know, it was like, oh look, you know, I think by then we were like, oh my goodness, what have we done? And initially it was just the one property that was intact, and then my husband, about 7 months later, my husband said, I think we should do something with the main building. I was like, yes, okay. And I opened the room and saw the spiders and cobwebs, and I was like, shut the door again. I'll leave you to it. But it was his idea to renovate it, and my dad and my uncle got involved. My
family affair.
Yeah, come over, have a holiday, bring a paintbrush.
Come and see what we've done.
What you can do as well. Yeah, it was definitely a labour of love, and it's been one of the best decisions we've made, and we still love it. I mean, it is very much a black hole when you throw the money in. You know, it's not a case of, oh, you know, here's 100 grand and you can do everything. It is piecemeal, and it's still taking time. And there's always something else you want to do. Yeah. And but it is a labour of love, and we've enjoyed it, and like I said, it was one of the best decisions we've made, and that's why we want to share it with other people, to be honest with you. So,
well, thank you so much for spending the time and talking to us.
Thank you.
Looking forward to kind of doing the walk and talk and showing people around the venue, and obviously there's some images on the website. So yeah, please feel free to message Dorn through the site, can't they, just on the contact form, and just to check your availability, because it is actually getting busy for 2021. So get booking.
Yes, come on, brides and grooms.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Thanks, Brides in France.
Bye.